Boas noites. Uma nave hostil pode ser invadida se os seus motores estiverem inativados. O problema é inativar o motor quando você está lutando com um monte de nave.
Manuel Mac. Boa noite.
É outra nave aquilo ali. Uma instalação. Uma gravidade mais pesada, hein? Deixa eu ver se vai ter alguma coisa ali do ladinho.
Another dead rock. Well, at least we can scour the place for materials.
Ai, Sarah, você é muito romântica com os locais também, nossa senhora.
deserted Helium-3 facility.
Nossa, mas que recepção calorosa. Ai, sai da frente, porra! Ah tá, eu achei que você fosse a Sarah.
My friend, is how we do things on the ships.
Deixa eu ver se alguém tem algum dinheiro nessa porra aqui.
I'm sure they had something we can use.
Pegar pra vender. Zerinho. A gente gosta que no Starfield, cara, lutar quando tem gravidade baixa. Quando tem gravidade alta, assim, quase igual da Terra, não é muito legal, não. Cadê a Sarah?
I'd be happy to carry a few things for you.
Obrigado.
Until later.
Você é uma excelente mochila.
Hey, Dad? Will you read to me tonight before bed?
Hoje é noite, mas a gente não sabe nem por que é noite.
Yes. Hello there, Dusty. Perfect. Now I can focus again. You've captured my heart. Well, I've given it to you willingly, really. Ah, stop it.
Time to leave the
Orbital insertion complete. We now move freely about the cabin.
Ô bosta. Vamos brigar de novo.
Might need to hit the key soon for resupply. The fleet looks after its own. Mostly.
Ih, rapaz, o problema é que agora eu tô meio que, entre aspas, amigo dos Escarlate. Eu não posso comer eles no tiro. Por enquanto.
visiting worlds like this.
Oi, gente, o chefinho chegou. O que vocês
Is
estão
something
precisando aí?
amiss? You have my attention. I keep whatever you give me, yes? That is the deal?
Porra nenhuma.
So, yes. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
I am currently engaged in the completion of my assigned task. Please do not interfere.
Hey, you need something?
Yes, you
Yeah,
need
what's
me?
up? Need a hand? Catch you later.
Carrying enough clutter there, or should we find some more?
Aclopano.
Seals are tight. We're docked.
Commander Ikonde wants to see you. Follow me. I had a friend on Lagana. I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
The fleet call us sharks. They know what happens when we see red.
Yes, what? First mission in the books and no casualties.
We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for. That's something we're looking into, but it doesn't seem like he knows much. He might be better served as bait.
Calma, não fala nada não.
For now, we'll keep him in the creek.
Eu menti pra mulher.
Perhaps you could pay him a visit there sometime. I'm sure he'd be pleased to see you. That's a smart line to follow. Part of this role you're playing means having to make hard choices. Just remember not to lose yourself in the part.
I'll do my part to make certain that doesn't happen, Commander.
Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem. They are mercenaries for hire. If they are paid enough money, Ecliptic would attack the Vigilance. It wasn't terribly difficult to convince them to attack an isolated Crimson Fleet ship. Just expensive. Ah, so I take it you have good news. Were you able to join the fleet? Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet. The woman has a record that could stretch across Sol and back. She started young as one of Neon's street rats, and worked her way up to second in command. She's a force to be reckoned with, so don't underestimate her. Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
Meu querido, eu sou mais cruel.
Passed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda? The Vigilance is equipped with one of the most advanced intelligence suites in the UC fleet. Nothing slips through. You can rest assured, if the Crimson Fleet had any access to our whereabouts or have infiltrated our security, we'd know. As long as you're here, your identity is safe. Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
Agreed. The last thing we need is to infiltrate the fleet, only to be kicked out because we've underestimated one of their people.
I don't disagree, but it's important to know your enemy and the best way to defeat them. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
You've got something for me? Goodbye.
Heard the Regana made it to port with 0 casualties.
Right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
Vamos direto.
Hello there.
Oi.
Hey, you.
Alô.
Perfect. Essentially perfect.
Nossa, cara, você tá pior que puxar saco, hein? Puxando dentro.
Well loose. Navigational feedback checks out. We're in the right place.
The key acknowledging fleet vessel. Welcome home.
Ship is down dock. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the thing.
You got your cut. Now get out of my face.
You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
Niva Mora.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
Nossa, que pessoas más.
Me? Way to make a mess in front of my new roof.
Hey, steal from me and get caught. Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something? Please. It'd be one less sloppy rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin rate getting cold feet. You want to leave the fleet? You pay the price. Not in credits, but in
blood. Vamos ver se ela...
Fair enough. Glad to see you showing some backbone. Just be careful that you can back up that attitude before you square off with someone who can kick your ass. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Keep. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together. Sure did. Right out from under their noses. Way before you or I were born, though. We've held this station for a very long time. Don't worry. Delgado will tell you all about it. You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station.
Story time? How delightful.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Keep. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
Deixa eu ver os códigos que ele me mandou, se tem alguma informação interessante. Que eu não li. Eu tô pelado?
Listen up, you degenerate group of lowlives. Yeah, now I got your attention. This is NAFA. I might not know all you, but you sure as hell know me. I'm the oil that keeps our machine running. And guess what? The machine is about to get bigger. We got solid info that the labs and bases left over from the colony war are all pretty much still functional. Abandoned, but intact. That means the Crimson Fleet, its new hidey holes all across the settled system. So go out there and start making yourselves at home.
Crimson Fleet, this is Delgado. You have all been spreading far and wide across the settled systems, just like we talked about. Do not stop. Free Star Collective, United Colonies, they think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the free people of the Crimson Fleet. It always has. We are just reclaiming what is rightfully ours. And we will use their own selfishness and arrogance against them. Those of you old enough to grow hair remember the Colony War. Remember those morons fighting and dying over nothing. They built facilities all over. Facilities that are still there, intact and abandoned. Just waiting for someone to come in and set up shop. That someone is the Crimson Fleet.
Crimson
So go.
Fleet.
Make yourselves at home and bring the fight right to their goddamn doorsteps.
This is Vanguard Moira. Sorry if I had to reclaim some UC property, but this whole star yard is overrun. I've patched up my ship, and I'm heading to Neptune.
So,
Going to put in another request to get the fleet out here to deal with these spacers.
That's the very same
until
ice
then,
ball where the
if any
United
of you
Colonies
thugs are
built a
listening,
supermax
I'm
prison
the
they
damn
call
ghost
Placa.
stealing your stuff in the night.
The
Clear
UC
out
is
while
so
you have the
clever.
chance.
Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh? Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nav. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aww. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the lot. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, neighbor. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cripps had a lot to do with all that, but, we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
I hope
On
you
the right,
came with credits.
you've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official Reckoner for the Crimson And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering. I see the bomb as a symbol of my importance, and it's a constant reminder to everyone of the sacrifice I was willing to make. The freedom I've given up, the pain, it's not something that just anyone has the resolve to bear.
He sees that bomb as a badge of honor. I see it as a symbol of compliance. Delgado is a harsh master.
No. See, it doesn't work that way. You new members have no patience, no appreciation of history. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety. Essentially, but I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge, the accounts, the credits, it would be a mess. He wouldn't dare. He holds the trigger, but we all know that my death cripples the fleet. Call the bomb a weapon of last resort. Whew, that's a relief. And here I was, worried that you've come here to eventually replace me. Get with it, Rook. The only sacrifice you're going to be making is a portion of your credits to the fleet. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the Corps. Thanks to advanced modifications even Nugent would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us. None. Other than my chest and arm modifications, I am but a simple man. Is the interview over now? Can we get back to work? Yes. About time you shut up and listened. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core. Oh, you know, smuggling, piracy, taking things that aren't yours. Nothing that should keep you up at night. Well, depending on your methods. If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say, so you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Vou salvar aqui e dar tiro no peito dele, ver o que vai dar.
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been...
Hey, there'll be plenty of time for shooting later.
tá, né? Não é bom ficar matando todo mundo assim, não.
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired.
Soon. Need something?
And you're welcome, Nev.
So there I am. UC security on my tail, and my grav drive just chokes. And you know what I find back there? The fattest leech I've ever seen. Worm nearly got me dusted.
Foda-se. Deixa o banheiro.
There's our other new recruit. So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. If dealing with the Ragana was at the limit of your capabilities, then you have a serious problem on your hands.
You are already in too deep to quit. And I can promise you, it only gets more difficult from here.
Dane-se.
All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself.
Lamento, meu filho, mas se você me ameaçar de novo, eu te enfio a mão na cara.
Of course, we have rules. If you think the Crimson Fleet was built on a lawless dream, think again. Our influence, our money, our respect comes from meticulous planning and every last soul in the fleet following my orders to the letter. That is why you need to learn to place the fleet before everything. Boss. Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I am impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvorov for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it. What? Were you expecting a goddamn graduation ceremony? Think I'm just going to slap a skull on you and send you on your way? Make no mistake, you are being tested all the time. Every job you take will be under constant scrutiny. And Neva? Oh, she's just waiting for you to screw things up. Of course. Where else could I find such a perfect location to weed out any rooks who'd be wasting the fleet's time? Through a bit of luck and a hell of a lot of cash, Neva was able to get her hands on an access code to the inside of the lock. This will be the first time someone from the Crimson Fleet has set foot in there for, well, since Crix left the place behind. It has been frustrating being this close to potential clues, but not being able to find a way through those prison walls. Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Systef. You forget the UC is still licking its wounds from the colony wars. They don't have the capability to mount a full-scale assault. And if they were foolish enough to attack, we would have the manpower to push those pendejos right back to Jemison. If we have Crix's legacy. Listen to the words that I am saying. The legacy is real. You will find that out in due time, provided you're willing to put in the work. Nothing worth having ever comes easy.
Though the idea of the legacy has probably been blown a bit out of proportion, I'm certain there's an element of truth to its existence.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting. I could tell you stories that would last for hours. But now is not the time. You have a job to do, and I don't like to be kept waiting.
Okay.
When you... well, if you get back to the key, I am sure you can find some copies of the interview he gave to SSNN around here, somewhere. I think those recordings might give you the history lesson that you are looking for. Yeah, I suppose. What did you want to know? There is no deal. You and Mathis are two sides of the same coin. A couple of rooks fighting for a spot in the fleet. Only problem is that he is down a ship and you are not, which puts you ahead. Just barely. Who knows? Maybe he'll get lucky and you won't make it off Suvorov in one piece. It's cold. Bitter cold. Just about the last place you would want to find yourself without heat. The few living things that can survive the extreme temperatures are constantly fighting to stay at the top of the food chain. The Crimson Fleet called Suvorov the White Hell. To me, it's paradise. Someone up here pisses me off enough, I send them down to the surface for a little overnight visit. Snaps them right back into line. The UC built the lock as a Supermax prison a little under... well, it must have been at least 100 years ago. Before that, those concha de sus madres marooned prisoners on the planet's surface and left them to their own devices. So you can imagine, these turned into some kind of demented survival of the fittest. Prisoners killing each other for a chance at the meager supplies. Luckily, some whistleblowers back in New Atlantis saw this as cruel and unusual punishment and pressured the UC into building the facility. 5 years after the prison was completed, Crix touched off the riots that overran the lock and eventually the key. Nobody knows exactly what went down. I mean, there's all sorts of rumors. Crix was in prison for almost 5 years, and judging from the look of the facility, every moment must have been miserable. I suppose he just got fed up and decided to take matters into his own hands. Got the prisoners behind them and kept pushing until he reached the key. The cojones on that guy. UC's toughest Supermax prison, and he just waltzed the hell out of there like it was nothing. I would love to have been a part of that. Fine, then get moving.
Any clue how irresponsible you're acting right now?
I heard Estelle's a drinker.
So, lots of people drink. I drink. You drink.
Gente, ninguém viu.
We have that in common.
Don't even start. I'm only stationed on the key. The heat dies down. Then it's back to raiding and pillaging.
Look at this.
consigo matar vocês fácil, seus idiotas.
Start something? Because I'll finish it.
The fleet protects our own. Target against us. We're dead.
Kenneth, if you're doing any lifting later, against budget.
Yeah?
You check out the Reckoner's core? She's a beaut, ain't she?
Whoa! What the hell are you firing at?
That bug has something strong enough to knock me out. Gotta make sure to train every day. Bad aim and bad health will get you killed. The fleet protects our own. And you're dead.
Need to have Aludra take a look at this kinetic. Recoil's off.
I used to work for a megacorp. Wore a monkey suit and everything.
You want to survive? My gear? I'll only the best protected you can find.
Só tem porcaria. Pô, mano, de armas tem um talhador, mano. Porra. Esse capacete é bom.
Stay safe out there.
What can I help you with? Feel free to drop some stuff into my bag. Time to go?
Heading out. The right gear. Let's get you set up. See ya.
Been hearing
learned some stuff about them.
You might find a deal or two here. If you can overlook
Alright,
the status of
let's get
light,
this over with.
covering all the stolen goods. Of course.
Oh, bye, I guess.
See anything you like?
Essa aqui tem dinheiro.
Always a pleasure. Don't even try to rip me off. I know value when I see it. Come back and see me sometime.
I don't know about you, but I think the welcome sign...
That last job didn't pan out. I need something bigger.
Let me know when you're ready to launch.
Ô caçamba, voltei.
Is there a way to go faster than speed light? Maybe not with that grab tech cheating.
Locks, air pressure, drive. Good to go, Captain. Landing gear is ready. Site is clear.
About time you got here.
I told you were wasting your time, Del.
I'm not taking anyone's side at anything. All I am doing is watching the both of you and waiting for one of you to do something stupid so I can put you on the ground.
Ai, maçom. Bobo.
I hate surprises. Just do what I say, and you might even walk away from this without turning into a goddamn ice sculpture. And Mathis, I am running things around here, so keep your mouth shut. You got that?
Fine.
All right, listen up, because I am only going to go through this once. We are here to dig up any info about Grix's legacy. We are not here to scrap for loot. Whatever you pick up, don't think, don't get creative, bring it straight to me. Before he touched off the riots, Grix spent time behind bars at the lock. If he cooked up any sort of a plan about his legacy, the trail has to start here. Oh, I don't know. I was really hoping for a huge sign on the wall saying, Grix's legacy clues here. Do I have to spell everything out? Look for data slates, notes, terminal entries? If you wrote a poem on a piece of toilet paper, I want it. Yeah? I suppose you'd rather be doing something else. Well, tough.
I'm with me buddy here. I joined the fleet to get rich, not to dig up fossils.
All right, that's enough. If either of you want to fly with the Crimson Fleet, then you need to follow one simple rule. When you're on a job, you do exactly what I say. No questions asked.
Foda-se.
Work for you. Just say so. I will leave you on this ice bar without a ship. You will be dead within hours.
Yeah. Smartest thing you've said all day.
If I hear one more thing from either of you about getting paid for this job, I will put a bullet in your head myself. Oh, and there's one more thing. Your little friend can tag along until we get to the outer doors of the prison, but I will be damned if I'm letting them inside.
Oh, very nice. I'll just remain here and soak in the planet's lovely winter-like atmosphere until I go hypothermic.
We have a lot of ground to cover between the landing area and the lock, so let's get moving.
I got you.
You're done. You got nothing. Take it down!
You call that a fight?
Got anything on your scanner?
Lock and load!
not even inside, and already you have questions? Right now. I suppose. Here we are. The place where Jasper Creeks laid the groundwork for finding the Legacy and eventually the Crimson Fleet. The Lock. About 100 years ago, this icebox was a maximum security penitentiary for the UC. Originally, they just tossed prisoners onto the surface of Subaroff. But after people cried foul, they built this place. Cozy, huh? Around 5 years. Rumor says he started planning his escape the moment that he arrived.
Oh, grow a spine, will ya? God.
There is a huge difference between being a coward and being careful. So both of you, watch yourselves. All right, let's keep moving. Standing out here isn't doing us any good. This ID card cost a small fortune. Let's hope it pays off. We are in. First time I have been inside this part of the lock, so keep your eyes open. See anything unusual? Call it out. If it's hostile, take it down. Could be some.
How many people did the UC stick down here now?
A couple of hundred at least. Might not look like much, but it was better than trying to survive on the surface.
Not much better. Even with the heating on, this place looks like a goddamn dump.
Now you know why the prisoners got fed up and looked to Cricks to lead them out of here.
And that's how the Crimson Fleet began. Yeah, we've all heard the story.
It's not a story, Mathis. It's history. Remember that. Now, keep your mouth shut and your eyes open. This must be where they registered the prisoners before transferring them to a cell block. Could you imagine being stuck under a ton of ice like this for the rest of your life?
Yeah, sure. Must have been awful. Better them than us, though, am I right?
Wait, shut up a second. Did you hear that?
Huh?
Take them all down!
Join us, Dartna!
Must be a nest. I bet these things are crawling all over the place.
And their buddies probably heard us firing from about a kilometer away. Hallelujah. Think about it, genius. We just unleashed hell on these things. Do you have any idea how far the sound of gunfire carries? Especially on a barren ice ball like this? If we weren't on this job with Delgado, I'd drop you for saying that.
Enough already! I should have known better than to bring both of you at the same time. Now let's see. Looks like we are inside some sort of prisoner transfer area, but everything is locked down tight. Since you are such good friends, why don't you and Mathis head up to that control room and see if you can get some more of these doors open?
Ice and rock must be several meters thick. God damn it, we're cut off. Hey, Del. Can you hear me? Del! Shit. There's no way we're getting through here. Well, this is just great. The hell are we supposed to do now?
Se vira.
The plan? Who gives a shit about the plan? Let's face it, we're on our own now. You think he rigged that collapse on purpose? No. No way. I get that we're down here trying to prove ourselves, but I don't think this is what Delgado had in mind. Why? Because that's what his loyal little soldiers are supposed to do? The hell with that. I have a better plan. We use this opportunity to take out Delgado, and at the same time, make some serious credits for ourselves. Yeah, we're doing this right now. Or maybe we should wait until the next time we're on an alien world and separated from Delgado by an ice fall. We bide our time, and when the moment's right, hit him with everything we've got. Even the almighty Delgado won't stand a chance if we work together. Oh, come on. We're just a couple of rooks. When are we ever gonna have a chance like this again? Let's pretend for a second Delgado's correct, and there's information here about Crix's legacy. Once we get rid of him, we'll dig up the garbage ourselves and sell whatever we find to Neva. We'll be rolling in credits. Hell no. Come on, we both know anything we find here about the legacy is going to be a dead end. If Neva wants to spend the rest of her life chasing ghosts, let her. We got more important things to do, like spending all of our money. No way. Listen to me. We're going to be handing Neva leadership of the Crimson Fleet on a platter. She'll be thanking us for getting rid of Delgado. I mean, come on. I'll bet you a month's share that he's never been this vulnerable. It's perfect. Are you crazy? I'm no rat for Delgado. I'm busting my ass to become one of the Crimson Fleet captains, just like you. And in case you missed it, that icefall trapped both of us in here. Unless we find a way out, no one's reporting anything to anyone. Ever again. Suit yourself. You know, for a second there, I was almost starting to respect you. Now, let's find a way out of here.
Eu estou disfarçado, seu idiota.
I swear, if this isn't enough to get me into the fleet... Can't believe this is where the fleet started. It's history, man. Blows me mind. I guess that's one way through. Look at this dog. I can't imagine being stuffed down here with what? Poor bastards.
Well, brush the dust off. Listen up. We have obviously been cut off, so I need you to do two things. First, I want you to keep looking for a way to open the rest of the doors down here. Otherwise, I'm not going anywhere. And second, try and dig up whatever you can about Jasper Creeks. You both got that?
Ok.
I'll make it easy for you. If you find anything that says Creeks or Legacy, you grab it. This really isn't that difficult. Dios mío. Do I have to explain absolutely everything to the two of you? You are standing in the control room for this part of the facility. Look for a switch or a terminal or make a wish. I don't care, just hurry. Yeah? You'd better. And tell Mathis not to get any bright ideas, or I will gut him myself.
code has been rescinded.
You hear that? Nah, never mind. This place is starting to get to me. I swear I'll never add ice to me drink ever again.
Conde de Monte Cristo.
So, have you changed your mind yet? Yeah, right. You saw it back there. Those things, whatever they were, probably ripped him to shreds by now. Did the job for us. And if they haven't, we can still handle the job. We just have to get our hands a little dirty. Wouldn't be the first time, am I right? You didn't see? Those aliens were tearing through them like tissue paper. It'd be a miracle if any of them were alive. Saved us a hell of a lot of trouble. Of all the people to get trapped here with, why the hell did I get stuck with you, huh?
Foda-se.
Fine, have it your way. So, now that we've made it to the guard tower, what's our next move, genius? Keep doing what we've been doing. Right. Glad I asked. I suppose we should start off by searching the tower for the location of Crix's cell. If he stashed any useful information, it might still be hidden somewhere inside. Cell D03118. Okay. It's a place to start, I guess.
Bora dar uma dormida.